In this episode, we're going to get an introduction to the effects engine by recording some simple effects. If you're following along on a console or Hog 4 PC, you should load the Chauffeur Video 1.5. Effects are a way for Hog to add movement or color changes with a simple shape table. I'm going to open up a couple windows, the effects directory and the effects editor. On the left side of our display, we have the effects directory. These are preset effects that we can apply to our fixtures. On the right side, we have the engine, which is used to make the effects. I'm going to select our Solo Wash 19s, turn them on. I'm going to put them in a position. And I'm going to apply the circle effect. As you can see in the engine, it populates with a sine wave on pan and tilt, a rate of 15 BPM, a size of 6, and tilt has an offset of 270, giving us our circle. I'm going to make some modifications. Let's slow it down a bit using the effects rate. And make it bigger using the effect size. Now, I want to vary the movement of these fixtures. To do that, I'm going to turn effects spread to 100%. And what that does is it offsets the starting point of each fixture on the sine wave applied to pan and tilt. Let's record that. Record to the effect directory. Cool? Let's get rid of this effect by holding down the backspace key and pressing effect. Let's make another position effect. I'm going to change my position here. And for this effect, I'm going to create it directly in the effects engine. I'm going to put a sine wave on tilt. There it goes. How's our size? Let's make it a little larger so it goes over our head. Give it a little bit of speed. Now let's try that spread again. That looks cool, but let's take that modification a bit further. Let's jumble up the fixtures. Press select, then shuffle, and adjust our spread again. Now you can see it's not so left or right. Yeah, let's save that. Don't forget the label. Now let's knock out that effect, backspace effect. Now that we've got a couple position effects, let's try some intensity effects. With our fixture selected, I'm going to go ahead and put the fader in. Fader puts a nice mellow movement on the intensity. Let's go ahead and shuffle that fixture order. Slow it down a bit. And now our spread. Maybe even slower yet. Cool. Now, if we wanted to, we can store this directly into our cue list directory. I'm going to open up our list directory. Press record, and store it there. Let's try another intensity effect. Fixture selected, and let's put a chaser on the intensity. As you can see, it puts a step on, but what you notice is the intensity doesn't go completely out. If you look at our size says 25%. If I press intensity here, we see our set intensity is 50%. What that's doing is that is raising our intensity by 25%, then dropping it by 25, giving us the range of 75 to 25. I want to go all the way out. So I am going to raise my effect size to 50, giving us 0 to full. Now let's get some speed on that. And I want this to be pretty dramatic. I'm gonna shuffle my order again, get some spread. Even faster yet. Cool, let's record that. Let's name that. Great. To remove our effect, backspace effect. Let's try some color effects. Let's go ahead and try the red step. Let's increase our rate. And our spread. As you can see, as I dial it in, the fixture order is still jumbled. Let's get that back to more left or right. Select, now reorder, puts it back to where it was. Go back to spread. Great. Let's even make it a little faster. Cool, let's record that. Name it. Now to get rid of the effect again. Now for our next color effect, we're going to try something a little different. We're going to use hue and saturation to control this effect. I'm going to start by taking saturation to full and dial my hue somewhere between the two colors I want. I want to go from blue to green. So there's green, there's blue, let's start there. I'm going to put a sine wave on hue. And now you'll see I have a size of 180. That's probably pretty big, as I only want to go from blue to green. So I'm going to dial the size down. Give it some speed. Okay. Now let's shuffle that, because that looks cool. And spread. Great, let's record that. Name it. That wraps up our introduction to effects. Stay tuned to the next episode where we take this show on the road.